Hi, I'm Diane Christiansen, your Master Teacher for Kids and Teenagers. Welcome to Master Talent Teachers once again. I hope you've been gathering all the wonderful training that we have to offer here on our site. Today is a really important video for you. It's called How to Get Your Child or Teen into Show Business in Hollywood. So this is part one of a three-part series, and there is so much valuable information in this video, you guys, that I recommend that you take notes. You probably want to know, what do I do? How do I start? Where do I go? It's a little bit overwhelming in Hollywood, whether you come here or you search online for where to go and what to do. Generally, people start at the top. Who are the best coaches, the best studios, and go from there. And we have been voted #1 at Diane Christiansen Coaching for several years in a row on Children in Film, and this year by the Backstage West Reader's Choice Awards. After 20 years of teaching, we pretty much have it down. And with 3 locations to train you in and a full service studio, there really isn't any stone unturned here. So let's start with the beginning. How does it usually go down? I usually get a call or an email from a parent who is interested, generally a parent, interested in coming to Hollywood and getting their child or their teen started, or perhaps they're moving here. The very first thing we do is we gather information from you so we can communicate with you. Often we have to establish how you communicate, whether it's by email, by phone, or by text. And we do all of the above, of course. And we want you to know that we have available for you everything that you could possibly need. We have classes, we have private coaching, we have agent showcases, casting director workshops, and we shoot demo reels for actors. So there really isn't anything we don't cover. And the very first thing that we do is establish the age of your child or teen, when you'll be in town, which location is going to be best for you, since we have 3 in the LA area, so that you don't have to drive too far, and how to go about getting you started based on how much training you've already had. If you're a beginner, we have that level. If you're an intermediate actor, we have that level. If you've done some work in your town or in your city, and say you live in a bigger market, like Chicago or Atlanta, Florida, we know that you've probably already established a career a little bit. We find all of that out in the beginning and we go from there. We want to make sure you're in the right level class and getting the right training that you need for where you need to go. We will establish what you will need to meet and do interviews with agents, and that usually comes after a lot of training. So first things first, training is first. My student Hailee Steinfeld's mom came to us and said that she wanted Hailee to train for 1 year before she sought an agent at 13. And look what happened to her, an Oscar award on her first film. So there's a success story for you. So we want to take you to the success story. So starting with 1, we're going to show you pretty much what happens when a newcomer comes to town and we establish a relationship, a working relationship with you to guide you and be on your team to success. The first thing you need to do is pick up the phone and call a reputable coach or studio. Having done your research online, you should have a pretty good idea of which coach and which location will be right for you.
Is I have 3 little actresses. Well, one's brand new to acting. Okay, you have 3 girls.
You need to succinctly deliver some information about your child or teen, but remember to keep it short because industry professionals do have lessons and classes to teach.
All of that. We have classes for all of their ages, and Diane also does private lessons. And actually, since you have a family as well.
The next thing to determine is what kind of training you need. Find the right class for you. List your child's former training and have any questions that you might have for the coach when you call, so that finding the right class will be quick.
Speak with Diane and she'll get you kind of started on a good game plan for what you guys need to do, and she'll assign you guys a monologue and you guys can talk about anything. So bring any questions that you have for Diane and we will see you on Wednesday.
Okay, thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm so glad that you made it.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to have you here. So you came all the way from
Alaska.
Alaska. The next thing to do is get an industry referral for a headshot for your child. If you use a photographer that most of the agents and managers work with, it's pretty safe to assume that you won't have to shoot again. And you are Hannah, right?
Yes.
And Hannah, you are how old?
10.
10. So what did you say to them? The next thing to do is to have your coach give you a few monologues to create a demo reel for Actors Access. Once your child's photos and demo reel and resume are up on Actors Access, you can begin submitting yourself and then shoot student films with local colleges like UCLA and USC once you're here. CalArts, Brooks, there are several of them that are really reputable. So there you have it, part 1 of how to get your child or teen into show business. Let's review what we've established here today for you. Number 1, make the call. That's the most important thing that you will do. The biggest step is making the call. Gather the information that you need for your child or teen. Establish training. Determine if you need private coaching, classes, or both. A lot of people do both in the beginning, especially when you get ready to shoot your demo reel, like we saw here today. I will choose monologues for you to make sure that you have dynamic pieces to put on your demo. And remember, you can always change your demo reel as you grow in your career. So then we teach you how to get your demo reel onto Actors Access and to get your new headshots onto Actors Access. So we've got training, headshots, demo reels, and Actors Access, and you're pretty much ready to go. We will give you a student film list to submit your photos and resumes to so that you can get on their roster for actors who are interested in doing student films. And there you have it. That's part 1 of getting your child started. So once you're ready to come to town, don't forget to give us a call. And prior to that, get all the wonderful training that Master Talent Teachers has to offer. Join us for part 2. Thanks.